Hi, my name is Noble and I'm the CPD and Membership Associate at the Ghana Society for Education Technology. As part of the ongoing secondary education reform happening across all senior high schools in the country, the Ministry of Education through its agencies, the Ghana Education Service, National Teaching Council, and SENDLOS are looking forward to design a program that is going to support teachers across the country to acquire digital skills. As you may already be aware, the digital skills of teachers across different schools is varying, and hence the need for the ministry and its agencies to identify at what level each teacher is within their digital skills journey. It is for this reason why they are putting together this audit tool in order to assess the digital skill level of teachers so as to know the kind of intervention that they can design to support teachers across the country. Your roles as digital troubleshooters mean that you have to support teachers in all your schools in order for them to complete this tool. As you can see on my screen, we have 6 sections to the form. So we are going to take the demographic data. We're going to try and identify how teachers currently access digital literacy resources, how they use the digital resources, and how they use these resources for documentation and record keeping. We also want to get some data on their online learning experiences. We want to also understand their level of knowledge when it comes to digital ethics, safety, and responsibility. Before we proceed, please kindly note that all responses from the teachers in your schools are to be submitted by the 15th of September 2023. So the deadline for submission of all responses from teachers across all the schools is the 15th of September 2023. Please take note. Here on this first page, you see that we have given a brief description of the entire program and why we are collecting this data for this study. So we encourage all teachers to read this and understand why we are collecting their data in order to support this very important program. So having read that and I've agreed to what the data is going to be used for, please click next to fill out the form. Here in this section, you click on this and then you look for your region. If I am a teacher in the Eastern region, I'm going to select Eastern region. After selecting this region, should I click next? It takes me to the next page. Here in the next page, you have the list of all the schools that are in your region listed out. So in my case, I have Eastern region here. So I look through the schools that I have here and locate my school, Aquamine Senior High. If for some reason I do not find my school within this list, all I have to do is go to Other and then type in the name of my school here. So for the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to select St. Thomas Senior High Technique. In this first option of questions we have here, kindly indicate your highest academic qualification. What it means is that in your academic journey, what is the highest certificate you have attained? You indicate that by either selecting first degree or second degree and any other one that you see here that applies to you. If you do not find any certificate you have in this category, which is your highest level of academic qualification, kindly click on Other and indicate the name of that certificate here. So I'm going to select first degree. Now, coming to this next question, which is about the highest level of professional qualification. By professional qualification, what we mean is that the certificate that qualifies you to work within the education space or as a teacher. So if I have Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, Bachelor of Science in Mathematics per GES standards is not a professional qualification. Hence, I'm not able to state that as my highest level of qualification. However, if after pursuing my Bachelor of Science in Mathematics, I pursue the postgraduate diploma in education, my highest level of qualification, my highest level of professional qualification will be the postgraduate diploma in education and not my Bachelor of Science in Mathematics certificate. However, we understand that there will be cases of people who have a Bachelor of Education certificate as their undergraduate certificate from the education universities, either the University of Cape Coast or the University of Education Winneba. In that case, your highest level of professional qualification can equal your highest level academic qualification. Thank you very much. I mentioned earlier on that this initiative is being led by the agencies of the Ministry of Education, that's the Ghana Education Service, National Teaching Council, and SENDLOS. So we're asking more questions about whether you have a license or not. This is to help us tailor support to these teachers who are yet to receive their licenses. So please indicate whether you have on yes or no to indicate the type of license you have. If I indicate yes, it takes me to a specific field to provide more details about my license. Welcome to Section B. In Section B, we are trying to find out from teachers what type of digital tools they have access to and how they access the internet from home and in their schools. Here in this section, we provide the definition for digital resources. And we define digital literacy resources as educational materials, courses, tutorials, or any other form of content that aim to develop individuals' digital literacy skills. DLRs can include online courses, video tutorials, interactive websites, ebooks, workshops, and other learning materials that focus on topics such as computer literacy, internet safety, online research skills, digital communication, cybersecurity, data literacy, and media literacy. So in the next round of questions, we delve deeper into what we mean by equitable access to digital resources and the internet. In this first question, we have a list of digital devices that are commonly used by teachers. What we want you to do is to look through the list and check the box for each of these that you have access to. So I've checked the box for these three: desktop, laptop, and smartphone. Moving on to the next question. The next question is dependent on the first question. Here, what we do is that we want you to tell us how often you use the tools that you have ticked in the first question. So I ticked desktop, laptop, and smartphone. So I'm going to provide responses for desktop, laptop, and smartphone. Now for all the other options that we have not ticked, kindly indicate as not applicable. So for tablets, non-applicable. Smart feature phone, which is the same as YAM, not applicable, and same runs true for all other options. Please ensure that your teachers have completed this as I have just described. Thank you. The next round of questions tries to delve into finding out if the teachers in your schools have any special education needs. So look through the list of special education needs situations or issues that we have listed. If you do happen to fall within any other category, kindly check it. If not, click none. And if there are any other special education needs that are not stated here in this list, kindly click on other and indicate what that specific need is. Moving away from there, we want to find out from teachers as individuals what challenges they experience using computers and when using the internet. If you indicate yes, we are encouraged to try and provide a brief description of the challenge that you face in the questions that follow. Now, in this section C, we are trying to find out the kind of training that teachers have received in the past. So here we provide a definition of digital literacy in order for us to provide some context for the questions that follow. So digital literacy refers to the ability to identify and use instructional technologies confidently, creatively, effectively, and critically to meet the demands and challenges of teaching and learning in the 21st century. It involves a working knowledge of current high technology and an understanding of how it can be used. Then moving on to the next question, we want to try and find out generally your experience or competencies when it comes to the use of digital tools. So there are some statements you have stated here to the left, which rubrics as very well, fairly well, slightly well, not at all. So you tell us how well you do with all these situations that have been described to the left of the screen. Then we also want to find out how frequently you use digital tools for your lesson delivery within a week. Tell us whether once, twice, thrice, 4 times, or not at all. The following questions want to try to dive deeper into finding out the kind of digital tools you use on a daily basis and how you actually prefer the kind of questions that come to you. In the next questions that we have here, we try to explore your experience assessing courses or programs online. We will try to find out from you if the courses you have taken in the past are useful, extremely useful, somehow useful, or not useful at all. We also identify that you may have faced challenges during the courses or your experiences learning online. We want you to share those challenges with us so we know how to consider these when designing an intervention for you. Then we are also interested in knowing the kind of tools you want to learn about, that they are tools for student assessment, for virtual learning, portfolio creation, or for documentation and record keeping. And we are also aware that there is a new wave of AI integration when it comes to education. Hence, we want to find out from you what you think about AI and see if you have the interest and know how to tailor that training intervention to support you. In this section, we talk about documentation, record keeping using digital literacy resources. So we have defined 2 terms, teaching portfolio and e-portfolio in teaching. Following that, we have statements that clearly describe professional teaching e-portfolio using digital literary resources. So we want you to look through the statements at the left and tell us how you agree, whether strongly or not, disagree or strongly disagree. Then we have stated here some common tools or digital resources that are used for documentation and record keeping. Kindly identify the ones that you use, and if you happen not to use any of these, please select none. If you select none, we expect that all the other boxes should be unchecked so that we can accurately analyze the results when the time is due. In this section, we try to find out your level of knowledge of the ethics governing the regulation of digital technologies. We also try to find out the level of knowledge of the ethics governing the acquisition of digital technologies you have, and then your level of application of these issues surrounding ethics when it comes to the use of digital technologies. So you answer that and then you come to this next section. In this section, we're trying to find out your level of awareness of online safety practices and protecting personal information online. Having completed this section, you move on to the very last section, which is the very important section. Here, we ask teachers to provide us their comments on this tool and share their experiences. Here, we collect data on their names and other relevant details. This section is very important because with the details that are provided here, we are able to know which teacher receives what intervention. And so we encourage you to encourage your teachers to provide very reliable data here, especially their full name, phone number, and WhatsApp number. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening to me, and we will be available across all your WhatsApp platforms. If you do have a challenge sharing this tool and teaching this tool to your teachers, please do not hesitate to leave a message on the WhatsApp platform. Our team from GSET, TTL, NTC, and SENLOS are on the WhatsApp platform and will respond to you promptly. Thank you so much, and see you on the WhatsApp group.